guys, welcome to my best books of August. I have three books that I read and really enjoyed in August, so I'm going to go ahead and go through those. Um, this is actually not a very exciting list, but it's fine. The first book I read and really enjoyed in August is Dead Letter Days by Kelly Armstrong. This is kind of a epilogue novella to the Rockton series and a prequel novella to the Havens Rock series. This whole series is about a lady named Casey Duncan, and she has gone out in the Rockton series. It's basically a safe community for people who need witness protection. That's out in the Yukon wilderness, so there's a lot of survival aspects to the story. In addition to that, there's also a lot of somebody usually gets killed or murdered, and they're dealing with the residents at Rockton, and also there's some natives that live around the area, or just people who are trying to make their own living in the woods, whatever. And Havens Rock is a spin-off of that series. So Casey Duncan and her husband Eric have decided to go build a different, independent, non-profit type of safe zone like this in the Yukon wilderness and kind of start over because of some of the things that happened in Rockton. Really enjoyed this novella. This novella in particular is kind of before they moved to Havens Rock, and they are it's told from Eric's point of view, and you learn a lot about his past and history, which is really interesting, and it's got a nice little mystery and story. And it was also very cool to see Casey from Eric's perspective. So really love that. The second book I have on the list is Murder at Havens Rock, which is the first book in the Havens Rock series. So again, the same Yukon wilderness setting. They're just getting ready to move into Havens Rock and open it to residents when some of the construction workers go missing, and Casey and Eric get called in to figure that out. So I thought that was fantastic. I'm really looking forward to more books in this Havens Rock series, and I think it's just really well done. And then the last book I read and really enjoyed in August is Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairy. This is the first book in the Emily Wilde series by Heather Fawcett. This was just a very fun, cozy fantasy. If you liked Marie Breenan's A History of Dragons, I think you would also really like this. It's about a woman who is a professor at Cambridge who is writing a Encyclopedia of Fairies book. She goes off to this northern wilderness, small town area to document one of the last types of fairies she hasn't documented, and she is having trouble with the locals because she's very logical, very dry, and she's just not very personable to them. But luckily her friend from the university, a rather crazy bubbly person named Bamblebee, comes and joins her, and he creates a ton of chaos. This is kind of the perfect cozy fantasy. It's got a lot, it's taking place in mostly a winter setting. It's got a lot of these cozy elements to it, and the characters are just very quirky and fun. There's a little bit of a romance. You get to learn about a whole bunch of different types of fae from what you might normally hear about or get exposed to, and I really loved it, and I'm super excited. I got Emily Wilde's Map of the Otherlands to review, so I will be reading that fairly soon. It doesn't come out till January, so I got pretty early, and I'm so excited to read it because I really loved Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairy. So those are the three books I read in August and really loved. Yeah, so pretty short on that aspect. I can give, I guess, a quick life update. We did go to Gen Con. We had a really great time. Trying to think if I talked about anything before, but we did some True Dungeon, which we love. We played some Call of Cthulhu, which we had a blast doing. The party that we played with was hilarious. We had so many people go insane and either try to justify it in their own minds or not. So I had a very good time doing that. We finally played Lords of Waterdeep, which we've owned for 3 years but have not played. So it was great to learn how to play that. We did Artemis, which is a flight simulation type battle thing, and that was a ton of fun. Trying to think what else we did. We did a lot of things. We were pretty much booked Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and so we were very busy, but really had a good time. I will say it's exhausting. We usually go to Gen Con and Gamehole Con, and We do enjoy Gamehole Con just a little bit more because it's in lower key and you can get into events easier and stuff. But that being said, we did get into most of the events we wanted for Gamehole Con or for Gen Con. It's just so busy and we do so much walking. Like we were walking like I don't know, probably 10 miles a day, I think my step counter said, every day, just running around to all of our events and running through the dealer hall. And it was just super busy and crowded. And although that's fun to do once in a while, it's a little bit much for me. It's a lot of people and a lot of noise and a lot of walking. And so I love walking, but the crowds at points of the dealer hall there were so crowded, like you couldn't even see the tables that you were walking by because it was just so packed with people. Yeah, I don't know if we'll go next year or not. We might make it like an every other year thing or something. We'll have to see. Other than that, we're just ramping up for back to school. My son starts school next week, and I'm recording this the week before Labor Day, so hopefully this will post Labor Day weekend. But he goes back to school next week. He's doing another Adventures in Cardboard right now, actually, as a player. He was working there as a counselor earlier in the summer, and now he's playing as a camper. Yeah, other than that, not a lot going on. My new job is going pretty good. There's been some ups and downs. This job is a lot less structured than the intellectual property liaison job I had at 3M, and that's both kind of exciting and can be kind of frustrating. I'm still trying to figure stuff out. Cargill is a very big company, so I'm trying to meet a people. I think I probably spent 50 to 60% of my time just in one-on-ones meeting people the last month. And that's great. It's been some great connections and really got me up to speed on what kind of thing they're working on. But I will eventually have to step back a little bit and kind of digest that and figure out what the plan is for all the IP that's going on over there. So let's see what else. The weather here kind of sucks. It's hot again. We had a very nice weekend where it was getting down into the upper 40s, lower 50s at night, and then it's 70 during the day. And we did Go Fest last weekend, so we did do Pokemon Go Fest. We had a great time. We went with my parents and family down to Stillwater for the first day, and then my husband and I went on our own to the Lake Nokomis area here in Minneapolis and had a very good time. Again, we walked a lot. I think the first day we walked 10 miles and the second day we walked 15 miles. So we walked a lot. It was a lot of walking, but we had a very good time and we're a little sunburned because of that. But that's all I really have to say. So I hope that you enjoyed me going through the best books of August. Definitely feel free to comment down below with books that you have read and really loved. I'm always looking for new books to read. And I hope that you have a great month of reading. I will be doing a Stacking the Shelves in a week or two. I might actually record it right after this. I did get a ton of books for review. I kind of went on like Ellie just to see what was upcoming in series that I really like and if any of them were available for review. So yeah, a whole bunch of books in series I read that I got for review. So I should probably go ahead and do a Stacking the Shelves on those. All right, I hope you have a great month of reading ahead of you, and I will talk to you in a couple weeks. See ya. Bye.